welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today I am doing the Google Picks My Makeup Challenge. So today I did a combination of Nikki Tutorials, who started this challenge, and Manny MUA, who added his own twist to the challenge. I combined them both together in this video, so we are in for a fun ride today. If you are not following me on my social media, it is MakeupByMegB everywhere, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see more of my videos, and let's roll into the footage. Before we get started, can I just talk about my hair for a minute? I moved to a humid climate that's like even more humid than the last place I was living, and I can't deal with it. Like, my hair is so frizzy. Before, I had like these really nice waves in my hair. I did my hair like maybe an hour ago, and the humidity has just completely like straightened everything out and made everything frizzy up top. Alright, so I am doing a twist on the Google Picks My Makeup like I mentioned earlier. So I am going to do it Nikki Tutorials way, and then Manny also did it where he looked to see what makeup Google was recommending, and that's what he would use. So I am out there. I mean, we all know by now that Apple is listening to our conversations. It's not uncommon for you to be talking about something or a product and then it pops up on an Instagram ad or Facebook ad. That's just how it is nowadays. So because I talk so much about my Holy Grail products, I want to see if that is what Google's going to pick. So I'm going to type in each product that I want to use. I'm going to see what Google recommends, just to see, and then if it picks something that I do have, I will use it. But this is about to get really interesting. Alright, so I'm going to type in primer. Maybe I should type in makeup primer. The top pick is, see, this is where I get confused, because I'm like, do I go to the first link or do I pick what is in the picture? Because the picture is a professional, but the top link is for Smashbox, and I have been using this shiz out of my Smashbox primers. Alright, I just referred to Manny's video, and it looks like he was using products that were in the picture. So I'm going to see if I have any professional left. I just checked and I do not have any more professional by Benefit, unfortunately, so I'm going to use something similar. This is a pore like themed primer. So this is the Photo Finish by Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. Alright, let us see what we get for foundation. Alrighty, well, I don't have any of these suggestions. I'm kind of surprised, because this is what I got. I got the Maybelline Fit Me, and then I have Il Makiage. I've never even heard of that brand before. And then we have Sephora, and of course Fenty's popped up, ad for Ulta, NYX. Like, I don't have any of this, so I'm going to change it up today. Normally I use my Tan Idol by Lancome, but I'm going to throw it back to my NARS Radiant Foundation. This is in the shade Oslo. Hopefully it doesn't pick the NARS concealer, because it's too dark to highlight with this foundation, because I'm that pale. I think this foundation finally might be too light for me. Alrighty, so I really like how this foundation is looking. I haven't worn it in quite a long time. I just hate how it kind of like goops up, and it just emphasizes my pores, even though I use that primer. I also hate how the second you touch it, it just moves. Like, I just don't really like how this doesn't really set until you put powder on it. I kind of wish it would just settle into the skin on its own. Then if you mess with it too much, it starts to break up. So that is why I've been kind of avoiding the NARS foundation. I know everyone has been raving about it. I just have my little quirks with it. So I'm going to do concealer. And I'm also going to do setting powder right away, just so I can get that out of the way with. I mean, I'm not surprised. These are the top two concealers all over the internet, all over YouTube, Shape Tape and the NARS Radiant Creamy. I do have Shape Tape. I hate how it looks under my eyes, but for the sake of YouTube, I will do it. Interesting. All right. So first we have the Makeup Revolution Banana Powder, which I don't own. Then we have the Derma Blend, which I've heard great things about. I also don't own. And then we have Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, which I do own. So I will be setting my face with the Laura Mercier. Wabam, wabam. All right, so in Shape Tape, I am in the shade Fair, and I'm gonna use this sparingly. I'm gonna have my powder on standby to use to immediately set my under eyes, and I'll just set the rest of my face with this. I do like the Laura Mercier powder. I do just try to save it for special occasions because it is quite pricey for a setting powder. One downside of Laura Mercier, even though it's like a no color translucent powder, it does, if you're super pale and super fair, it can leave a yellow tinge under your eyes. So normally, if I go in with Laura Mercier, I will use a white translucent powder under my eyes and then set the rest of my face with the Laura Mercier. Just a little tip. Alrighty, so for eyebrows, I typed in eyebrow product, and the first thing that popped up is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I've tried this before and I did like it, I just haven't repurchased it. And then the next thing is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. I have some gels coming up, pencils. Anastasia was pretty far down the line, but since a pencil did come up, that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown and taupe. And then after I do my brows, I do like to do a once over with setting powder just to set the setting. Wait, what? What am I even saying? Once I have my brows done, I like to do a once over with a setting spray because I like to set the powder on my face before I go in with more powder. So let's see what setting spray, setting spray. There's really no excuse. I had coffee and I've eaten and I have a smoothie. Like, I shouldn't be like so brain dead. All right, setting spray. Urban Decay All Nighter is the first one that popped up, and I do have it in a travel size form. So I will be back with brows and my setting spray on. All right, so time to move on to the rest of the face. So I am going to look up contour slash bronzer. I can go either way with that. Blush and highlight. So this is gonna get fun. All right, so I just typed in bronzer. And the pickings are quite slim. I'm kind of surprised that an ad for Ulta popped up, but we have e.l.f. Cosmetics and then something from, what is this? An ad for Barney's, an ad for Sephora, an ad for Walmart. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just use my go-to. So let me see what I get for blush. All right, so this is getting complicated, so I typed in what blush should I buy. And the first two to pop up are CoverGirl and NARS. For a highlighter, the first thing to pop up is Kylie Cosmetics, which I do not own, and then the second item is e.l.f. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in for my own supply. Again, I'm going to try to use different products, so I'm just not using the same things. I am going to contour with my handy dandy Tarte Pro Glow Palette with Sculpt. And then for bronzer, I have the Butter Bronzer. These are literally the only ones of these products that I have, so that's just what I'm going to use. However, for blush, I'm going to throw it back to this Ulta blush. I love the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. Those are like my go-to, and I like to use really muted, like rosy, earthy tones for blush. So this one's a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's quite pink, but this is in the shade Afterglow. And then lastly, for highlight, I have the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette. To be honest, I wasn't completely impressed by this highlight. but I'm just going to use it today. Maybe my opinion will change. Alright, so maybe I was hating on this highlight. It does look pretty nice on camera. In person, it is definitely a little bit more subtle than what I am used to. But now it is time to get on to the fun part of this video, which is doing the Nikki tutorials part, which is the eyeshadow inspired by a picture. But before I get into that, I'm going to type into Google eyeshadow palette and see what pops up. Nice. All right. So the top 2 eyeshadow palettes to come up in search is the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is my holy grail palette. Although the KKW Beauty X Mario is giving it a run for its money. And then we also have the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which I actually have pulled out today for this makeup look. I love this palette. It is great and affordable if you are looking for something with a lot of color and pigmented color. So I'm going to show you guys the video right now that I rolled on my camera. So for Nikki's video, she said to type in the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name, and then type the word look and see what Google comes up with. My neighbor is like so weird, and he's doing like really weird things outside right now, so I got distracted. So here I just took a screenshot to have on my phone as inspiration. So I feel like I got pretty lucky because, as you guys can see, there's a lot of like cooler tone in here because it is for like a photo editing app or something like that. So there's like a green filter, blue, purple, and different things like that. So that is the color palette that I'm going to be working today: green, blue, and purple. So I also have pulled out my Desert Dusk palette because it does have some nice purpley colors in here. Maybe I can do something with Amethyst and Twilight together on the lid, perhaps? So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure this out. Before going in with Twilight, I wanted to add some depth, so I went in with Oud to darken up my crease. I kind of wish I had a navy blue or something to use for this instead because I wasn't completely happy with it, but I tried to make it work. Alright, so we have the eyes done. I feel okay about it. The only complaint with the BH palette is that I wish that there were deeper colors for like a deeper crease. But other than that, I do like the colors. I just wish that there was like a darker, like more maybe a navy blue. The colors look darker in the palette, but once you put them on, they're a lot lighter than they look. So that's my only complaint with it. But other than that, I really do recommend that palette if you are looking for color. Now, for liquid liner, I only have one, Kat Von D Trooper, and let's see what Google recommends. Alright, so we have Maybelline. Maybelline actually had like one of my favorite felt tip liners, and it just looks like it's ads for different stores. I am very limited on mascara, but I'm going to type it in anyway. I literally have like 3 different mascaras. This isn't giving me anything. So I will type in, what mascara should I buy? Let's see. L'Oreal Paris came up, and then a bunch of quizzes. So when I click the link for L'Oreal, it is their classic voluminous mascara, and I do enjoy that one. While I'm here, I'm going to do a lip pick. I do have mostly liquid lipstick, so that is what I will type in. Alright, mascaras. I use my holy grail, which is the Maybelline Push Up Falsies Mascara, the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara, and then also on my bottom lashes, I really like to use the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. So all that is left is lips. I have mostly a liquid lipstick, so that is what I am going to choose from. Let's see what Google has for me now. It like stopped showing the little pictures. So we have Revlon, MAC, Maybelline, Tarte, and then from Sephora we have ColourPop, which is what I mostly have. Let me see. Let's look at images. Kylie Cosmetics is what comes up first. Then we have e.l.f., Sephora brand, Kylie Cosmetics again, Juliet, all this, and it seems to be pretty mid-tone nude. So that is what I'm going to try to go for today with my selection. I'm going to wear a product that is newer. This is the new CoverGirl Melting Pout Mascara. This is in Current Nude. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this bad boy. It is a nice matte liquid lipstick. I do have a first impression video trying this out, so it'll be linked right up there. I do want to add a wee bit of shine on top, so I'm going to take the KKW Beauty. This is with the collab with Mario, and this is in the shade Super Nude. So I'm going to take the smallest amount of this and just like dab it around. Love it! This is going to wrap it up for the Google Picks My Makeup Challenge. I had a lot of fun. I really like playing with colors, so I'm really glad my Instabelle picture like helped me out in that department. I challenge anyone that's watching this to try this out for themselves, and please tag me if you do a creation from this. My handles are MakeupByMegB on all my social media. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this challenge, and if there are any other makeup challenges you would like to see, let me know in the comments. Let your girl know, and I will try to cook that up for you. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and if you are, thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.